The first thing that I'd like you to do is to rename the sheet. So you're going to go down here to Sheet 1, click on it, and then click Rename. And then you're going to type in Facebook and hit Enter. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a new sheet. So to do that, you just click on the plus sign and you'll see a new sheet will appear. Next, we're going to rename Sheet 2. So go down here and click Rename. Sheet 2 as LinkedIn. And we're going to rename Sheet 3 as Twitter. I'd like you to merge cells into a single larger cell, starting with A1 to AD. So we're going to highlight A1 to D1, and then we're going to go over here to merge cells, and you'll see that all of that text appears in just one cell. And we're going to do the same thing for the LinkedIn sheet. And then finally, one more time, to the Twitter sheet. Now in A1, we're going to center, and we're going to change the font up here from 10 to 11. And do the same thing here. Center, and change the font to 11. And one more time. Center, and my font is now 11. Next, I'm going to resize column B here and make it, just drag it. So you can see the in millions in parentheses is now right at the left margin, or right margin rather. Do the same thing on the other two sheets. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select A3 and B3. I'm going to add a fill color here of light blue. Next, we're going to create a pie chart. So I'm going to select A3. Then from the Insert menu, I'm going to go down to Chart. And I'm going to select, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to select the pie. Next, I'm going to click Customize, Chart Style, and then the background color I want to be a light gray. So I'm going to go like that. Next, from Chart Style, I'm going to click Font and click Wide. Next, we're going to click Chart Access and Titles, Chart Titles, and then you're going to type in this Facebook users by age. And then we'll click the X to close out of the editor. Next, we're going to move this chart to its own sheet. So if you click on the chart, we'll click up here and then click Move to Own Sheet. Then we're going to rename this sheet Facebook Pie Chart. Now we're going to go back to the LinkedIn sheet. So from the LinkedIn chart, we're going to go to A3, select Insert, a chart, and this time we're selecting a column chart. From the chart editor, you're clicking Setup, and then you're clicking the column chart icon. Next, we're going to click Customize, and our background color is going to be the light blue. And we're going to change the font to Tahoma there. And the chart title to LinkedIn users by age. Next, from the Customize section or tab up here, you're going to click the series, and then you're going to click Color, drop down, and click the dark green. And then from Legend, the position, I want you to click None. Then from the horizontal axis, I want you to go down to Slant Labels, and you're clicking 60 degrees. Next, we're going to close the chart editor, go back over here, click these three bubbles up here, and then we're going to move this chart to its own sheet. And we're going to label that or rename that sheet LinkedIn column chart. Next, we're going to create a bar chart using the data in the Twitter sheet. So again, go to A3, insert a chart, and from the chart editor, we're going to go to Customize and change the background color to a light yellow. Let's see, light yellow 3. And we're going to change the font this time to Georgia. And then the chart title, we're going to call this Twitter users by age. Then from the series section, the color drop down, we're going to select dark blue 2. So that color. From the legend position, I want you to select none. And then we're going to close out of the chart editor, click on our chart, click on the bubbles, and again, we're going to move this to its own sheet and then rename it Twitter bar chart. And finally, we're going to go to the Facebook chart and we're going to change the color of the sheet, and we are going to select blue. And then for Twitter, we're going to change the color and we're going to select yellow. And then for LinkedIn, we're going to change the color and we're going to select green. I'd like you to please submit this spreadsheet to Canvas.